Hello everyone, Razorblade Mango here, and today I wanted to just sit down and talk about a game that for nearly 3 years now I have been growing more and more fond of ever since it came out, and with the 3rd anniversary about to hit, I wanted to sit down and talk about Animal Crossing New Horizons, which is a game I've already made a video on the channel about when it first came out. And I talked about how Animal Crossing found me at one of the lowest points in my life and helped me ease my way back into feeling happy and normal and positive. The big reason I wanted to come back and talk about this game, outside of it being the 3rd anniversary soon, is to give you all an update on my current thoughts on the game. Because it's one thing for a game of this type to be great during the first few weeks that it's out. It's an entirely different thing to come back to it and talk about it 3 years later after having literal years of time to think about it and play it and mess around with its systems a lot more compared to when it first came out. And so what do I think of Animal Crossing New Horizons today? Well, I still love it. I adore Animal Crossing New Horizons. I really do. This is a game that I have grown a deep fondness for. This is, to me, one of the most personally important games I've ever played. There are better games out there that I've played. Absolutely. Animal Crossing, it wasn't even the game of the year when it came out for me in 2020. But out of all the games I've played, this to me is one of the absolute most important, most special games in my history. And I explained this in the video when I made this at the time, but I'll just go over it again very briefly for those who don't know, who've never seen the video. When Animal Crossing came out, we were in the throe of peak COVID, when that whole thing was going down. And I had never experienced anything like that before, and it was scary, and I really wasn't sure what was going to happen. It was a scary time. I was at home a lot more. I was isolated from my friends. And during all of that, I was also going through a breakup, which, yeah, my ex definitely deserves an award at the Bad Timing Awards for breaking up with me literally, and I shit you guys not, a few days before the lockdowns began. So not only was COVID going on, but I now had to contend with the heartbreak of a breakup without my usual support group, like my friends, or going out to hang out and stuff like that to take my mind off of it. So it was a pretty rough few months. And that is why Animal Crossing New Horizons being out at the time that it was so just... It was like a gift from the world to me. It was like the world knew what I was going through and just said, here is this fun, relaxing video game where you get to sort of recreate the experience of hanging out with friends and talking to people, being outside, being around people, that kind of stuff. And I loved it. And it really did help me deal not only with COVID, with my breakup, but just the things that were going on inside of my head at the time, which was a whirlwind of negativity and fear and sadness. And here comes Animal Crossing New Horizons as one of the very few rays of sunshine that I had at that time. Animal Crossing New Horizons is technically a live service, but I find that label being attached to it kind of insulting. I think the more appropriate way for me to describe Animal Crossing New Horizons for me is that it is my lifestyle game of choice. No other game that will ever come out, no matter how good it is ever going to capture my time and respect the way Animal Crossing New Horizons does. I play it for at least maybe 30 minutes a day. I wake up, I get things done that I need to get done, right when 7 o'clock hits, before a couple hours before I gotta go to work, or even if it's a day off, I gotta have my coffee, and I gotta sit down and play Animal Crossing New Horizons. And I do my dailies, I talk to my neighbors, I do things around the island, like cleaning up branches or cleaning up weeds or anything like that. And then I put it down and I go about my day. Because that was the cool thing about Animal Crossing New Horizons. It was frustrating for some people, but I personally thought it was really cool when it first came out that there wasn't really a whole lot you could do during the first week or so when you played it. There were very specific activities that you could do, and then the game basically encouraged you to go, oh, okay, I'm going to set this down for today, and I'm going to come back to it tomorrow. And I especially loved it during COVID because it gave me something new to look forward to each day. I could go to bed that night thinking, oh, I can't wait until the next morning to when I get access to a shovel or a stick, and that will help me explore the island better. I can't wait for the next day when I can have this building, the work on it being done, and I can explore it. And it was just cool shit like that at the time. But 3 years on, when I play it now, even though I've unlocked tons of shit in the game, I'm exceedingly rich and wealthy in it. I have a lot of items. I have pretty much every bug. I have every sea creature. What keeps me coming back to this game is just the experience of being there. The experience of basking in its simple fun and its positivity. And I've talked a lot about games where I just love existing in their worlds. That's one of my favorite things in all of gaming. I love playing a game where I can just sit there and just take everything in and just appreciate the role that I play in this world's existence. And that's exactly how I feel about Animal Crossing New Horizons, where I love just being in charge of this island. I love just walking around and talking to people. I love listening to the music. I love just sitting somewhere on a bench or a tree trunk and just listening to the waves, listening to the wind rustling through the trees, listening to KK play in the plaza on Saturday nights. It's cool, man. I love Animal Crossing New Horizons. The last thing I want to say, because I want to make this a quick video, is that I owe an enormous debt of gratitude to Nintendo that I don't think I will ever be able to fully repay. Because I cannot stress enough how much this game has helped me these last few years. Especially when I was at my lowest point in 2020. I'm forever grateful to Nintendo for this game. And I'm forever grateful to the people who made this game. When I was at a really dark place, this game reached out its hand in friendship and altruism and slowly lifted me out of my pit and helped me reconnect with the world, helped me get back on the wagon, helped me remember that there are simple joys in life that we absolutely must appreciate. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, thank you to everyone who watched, and I will see you all next time. Bye.